So, good morning, children. Welcome back to your Ambuja Public School online classes. Myself, your maths teacher Pallavi Singhal. And dear children, we are discussing the chapter fraction. We have already discussed in the previous classes about fractions, what is a whole, what is the meaning of part. Then we have discussed equivalent fractions on page 91, 92 and 93. We also learned how to find equivalent fractions by multiplying. Today I'm going to share the video where we are going to get reducing the fractions or finding the lowest terms, and also fractions in a set. So understanding this, we will be discussing how to solve the questions in our Zoom classes. So last time, dear children, we discussed making equivalent fractions. So we multiplied the numerator and the denominator by 3. So we got 9 upon 12. So the rule is the only way to make equivalent fractions is by multiply or divide, and whatever I do to the numerator, I have got to do to the denominator. So we are not going to do any adding or subtracting, only multiplying or dividing in equivalent fractions. By now we have already discussed making equivalent fractions, and then we are able to do it right. Now let us get ready for the next step. So what is the next step? We know that opposite of multiplication is division. So now let us see. To get an equivalent fraction, we multiply the numerator and the denominator by 2. So we get the equivalent fraction 6 upon 8. Now let us divide it by 2. We again get back the same fraction, that is 3 upon 4. So we have applied the opposite of multiplication. So we don't change the fractions value, we just change its scale. Here 6 upon 8 is the equivalent fraction of 3 upon 4, and then we reduce it and we get 3 upon 4 by dividing. So this is called reducing a fraction. Let us take an example. 8 upon 14. Key to reducing a fraction is we have to pick a number that divides perfectly. We don't want any remainders, so no remainders allowed. So 8 and 14 are even numbers, so we can divide both the digits by 2. We get 8 divided by 2, 4, 14 divided by 2, 7. So the rule is whatever we do to the top, we have got to do to the bottom. No remainders are allowed. Then let us take another example, 6 upon 18. Let us divide it by 2 because they are even numbers. So 3 upon 9. Then we can further reduce it. We know that both the numbers are divisible by 3. They are coming in the table of 3. So we can divide it again by 3. So 3 ones are 3 and 3 threes are 9. So here we have reduced 6 upon 18 to 1 upon 3. When you can't divide a fraction anymore, that's called reducing a fraction to its lowest terms or simplest form. So we can reduce a fraction in more than one step. So let us take another example, 6 upon 18. Both are coming in the table of 3. So 3 2s are 6 and 3 6 are 18. Now both again we can get one more step, that is 2 1s are 2 and 6 2s are. So or we can divide it in single step because 6 upon 18 are coming in the table of 6. So 6 divided by 6 is 1 and 18 divided by 6 is 3. So we can take many steps, 2 steps or 3 steps in reducing, or we can divide it and get the answer in single step. the fraction remains the same. So this is reducing fractions or converting equivalent fraction into the lowest term. Why is it important? Because we will be needing in more fraction problems. So let us recall the vocabulary first. What are the vocabulary that we are going to use? We have been using fraction. So fraction is names part of a whole or part of a group. Numerator. So what do you mean by numerator? It is how many equal parts are being looked at. Then we also have the other word that we have been using in fraction, that is denominator. So what does denominator mean? How many equal parts are there in all? So these are the three words that we are using regularly, and we will have to understand the meaning of these words. I hope you remember what are the meaning of this word and what does these words denote. So 1 upon 2 is a fraction, yes. So 1 is the numerator and 2 is the denominator. And 1 upon 2 is also known as the unit fraction because here the numerator is 1. Now we will discuss fractions in a set. What fraction of the apples are red? So here first we will have to count the total number of pieces in the set. So it is a set of apples. So what are the total numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is called the denominator. So total number is called the denominator. Now count the total number of apples that are red. So let us count 1, 2, 3. So these are called the numerator. So what fraction do we get? Write the numerator on the top of the fraction. So this is 3. Write the denominator on the bottom of the fraction. So that was 5. So fractions. So how many out of total 5, how many apples were red? 3. Now fractions in a set again. What fractions of the cars are blue? So we have to count to find total number of cars. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So total 9 cars are there. Out of 9, so this will be the denominator. Out of 9, how many cars are blue? So when we are going to find out the number of blue cars, that will be the numerator of the fraction. So clearly we can see it is 3 cars are blue. So the fraction, that was the area model, and the fraction that we get is 3 out of 9 cars are blue. So this is how we find the fractions of a set. Now let us review. What word is used to tell the number of parts in a whole or parts of a group? Think. So the word is fraction. What word is used to tell the number of parts in a whole or parts of a group? A fraction tells us about this. Now another question is, what word is used to tell what part of the whole or group is being looked at? What part of the whole or the group is being looked at? So which word is that? It is numerator. Then question number 3, what word is used to tell how many pieces are there in the group all together? So we know that the denominator tells us, sorry, I gave you the answer. Denominator tells us how many wholes, the whole is divided into how many parts. What fraction of the circles are orange? Think. So the numerator will be 4 and the denominator, the total oranges are 8. So the fraction will be 4 upon 8. So this is how we find fractions of a set. Again, what fraction of the triangles are red? So the total number, the denominator will be 4 and the numerator will be 1 because only one triangle is red. So this is how we find fractions of a set. Hope you have understood this. So 1/4 of the triangles is